I hear a lot of people complain that renting an apartment or a short stay, apartment is so expensive in Ghana, and things are so expensive, and why is it charging this dollar, and why is the price so high? In this country it is cheap. Nah, I hear a lot of people complain like that. You understand? But we are living in a country where if you stop complaining, and you deliberately pay attention and put a little bit of effort, your mind, your attention, and a little bit of finance into it, you're going to make a lot of money. You make huge amounts of money here, and I know a lot of people who are actually cashing out thousands of dollars at the end of every month. With what? With just Airbnb rental. What these people do is that you can go into Airbnb rental depending on your funding. You understand? Depending on how much you have. Even if you don't have anything, you can still go into Airbnb rental. You understand? You can see where I am now. We are currently around somewhere there, Achimota Forest area. You can see people. Yeah. So what I was trying to tell you is that people are actually doing it right in Africa here. So for those who do not have, let's say you don't have money to go into to get an apartment, to furnish it yourself, and put things in place, and you start making money, you can actually go into it without anything. And I'll teach you how to do that, yeah? But let's talk about those who have money now. If you have some amount of money, let's say you have about some 50,000 Ghana cedi, 50,000 Ghana cedi, you can get an apartment, or you can get a 1-bedroom apartment like chamber and hall with kitchen and washroom. Then you furnish it. You understand? With rental amount of money, you rent like a year, furnish it, and then you rent it out. You're going to make a lot of money. But one of the misconceptions people have is that in Ghana here, you cannot, rent someone's apartment and then also rent it out. That is a false narrative. I just checked it out and I realized that it is false. If the landlord or the property owner is aware that you will be using his property for rent to rent, and he agrees to it, you sign an agreement, you can legally do it without any problem. It is not his consent. At the end of the day, you and him sign an agreement that he's going to give it to you for a year. That's it. He gives you the property for a year, and then whatever you do, it is your job. It is not his job. You understand? And he cannot blame you for anything. So instead of paying attention to people making a lot of excuses as to why they don't want to invest in Ghana, you need to pay attention to this and actually invest. You understand? People are taking advantage. The most important thing is getting the right location. When you got the right location, just get a 1-bedroom apartment. Don't even get 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Forget about those ones, especially if you're a beginner. You understand? Get a just 1-bedroom apartment, chamber and hall with kitchen and toilets. Then you furnish it. You make sure that everything goes on well. With 50,000 Ghana cedi or 70,000 Ghana cedi, you can fully furnish an apartment. You understand? And then, when you fully furnish it, put everything right, then you can now start business. You can take good pictures, hire a professional camera person to take good pictures of your apartment. Then you post it on Airbnb and other online platforms. You understand? And notwithstanding, you can hire people like us to come and advertise it for you. You understand? You pay a commission. People are making I personally rent a lot of apartment to Airbnb apartment to people. You understand? And the way I operate it is different. I don't do it. I don't post on Airbnb website. You understand? I don't post. Maybe in future I'll do that, but for now, no, I don't post on the website. I just advertise it on social media, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and people call me. They go view the property, because with mine you get to see the property before you book it. That's one thing. With Airbnb, I went onto their app and I requested the host of apartment that I want to come and see the place before we book it, because I have someone coming to Ghana. The person said I should check and then book an apartment for the person, but I should go and view before. I tried it, and then Airbnb gave me a warning. They almost blocked me. You understand? But how I do it, I don't post on Airbnb for now. I only advertise on my social media platform. So when someone comes, I give them the opportunity to go see the place. They have a relative, they have friends, they can go and see the place physical. When they see it before, they will now make a part payment. You understand? So that is how I do my Airbnb. And the way I like the thing is moving and kasa. You understand? Those who have problem with that are those who don't have good location. But if you have best location, your locations are very nice. You have locations such as Accra, Spintex. Your apartment is located at East Legon, Achimota, those areas, you're going to make a lot of money and your apartment will always be busy. You understand? So please, this is one of the best business ideas that can give you a recurring income. You understand? Recurring income. Imagine someone rents your apartment $1,000 a month. You understand? One bedroom apartment, $1,000 a month. Someone rents it $600 a month, $800 a month. That is big money. Someone rents it $500 a month. Depends on how you garnished your apartment, how you really take care of it. You understand? So that it teaches how you are going to what how much you can actually make. You understand? Your location is key, and the kind of things you put in. Ensure that you have fixed everything, air conditioning in the bedroom and the living room. You will make a lot of money. You understand? People are doing it, and with my eyes, I am also helping people to do it. That's what I'm telling you. And so for those of you who have built houses in good locations, such as Spintex, such as Medina, Accra Central, Cantonment, you are those with best opportunities that you can actually make a lot of money. See, this is Gimpa. This is Gimpa. That's the Gimpa school. However, let's say you don't have money to invest in Airbnb. You can start being an agent and you're going to make a lot of money. You look for the Airbnb apartment property owners. You can go to the website, but even with that, you might not get their direct contact, because on Airbnb websites, you don't get to chat. You get to chat with them, but you don't get to send each other WhatsApp numbers now. So you can actually check on TikTok. You find the Airbnb property owners or the advertiser. You link with them. You get clients and you get a commission. If you get an apartment that you deal with the landlord directly, you can charge your commission. It could be 5%, 6%, 7%, a maximum of 10%. You understand? It depends on the agreement that you can have with the landlord. So this is the place that there are flowers and stuff. You understand? This is somewhere descending to, Medina, Acho areas, right? So basically, what I'm telling you, see these areas. If you have an apartment at this area, it's a hot cake. Somewhere around Hacho, somewhere around East Legon, Legon itself, like those areas, you are good to go. You are really good to go because they are closer to the airport, North Legon and Tens. People are doing it and they are doing it big. I heard someone rented an apartment, one bedroom apartment, $1,000. Someone is renting his own $1,500. You understand? It depends on the location and how you really take care of it. That is how people are doing it. So if you want to take that business serious and you want to invest your money in it, you need to do it right. You understand? Make sure that the utilities, everything has been spelled out. And when you meet guys like us, we are very smart. We'll help you reduce cost. You understand? And we'll also help you to reduce your price. Sometimes the utilities, in terms of, let's say, electricity, internet, water bill, those are the things that makes the place expensive. But when you meet me, I have a strategy how I get my property owners to reduce and then also reduce their cost as well. Because that is key. If you're able to reduce the cost, then you can also reduce the price for people who will patronize you. And this is how we need to be looking at it. So Ghana is a hot cake. Ghana is a place your investment will never go waste if you do it right. So imagine you have this one bedroom apartment. You have like 10 units of one bedroom apartment at one of the best locations. Let's say Spintex, let's say Hacho, let's say North Legon, let's say Medina, let's say La Paz, let's say Accra Central, Cantonment. You have like 10 units of one bedroom apartment. You are a billionaire. You understand? A month you can take not less than, if it's 10 units a month, depending on the location, you can take from $10,000 to $50,000 depending on the location. You understand? So what kind of investment is more than this? So whenever people talk about owning properties and they don't look at it from an investment point of view, it's really sad. It's really sad. You need to start looking at it from an investment point of view. How you can make a recurring income out of it. And that is why the Airbnb business in Ghana is one of the profitable business you can go into if you have good location. You understand? But if you have a very far location such as Kaswa, yeah, Kaswa is better. It's not bad though, but the pricing is not so much favorable. You understand? Though the areas they are far. You understand? Ashama is far. You understand? But it's not bad though, but Charlie, you understand? So the closer the place, the bigger the amount of money you can make out of it. And this is just a lesson for anyone that wishes to learn. You understand? And you're welcome. My name is Imo Sadat. Ensure that you subscribe if this video has been helpful. If you want to go into Airbnb, you can actually seek my consultation and you'll pay. Nothing is free. If you want to buy land in Ghana, you want to buy a house in Ghana, check in the description of the video, get my number, you reach me. We have a playlist of our properties. If you also want to make a video, let's say you want to buy a property somewhere in Ghana, you want to see how the road look like, you want to see how the community look like, you can hire me. I'll go and make a video of the place to show you how the place look like, and then you get to see before you make a decision as to whether that land you are buying or that house you are buying is worth it. But take note, nothing is free. What did I say? Nothing is free. Thank you.
Subscribe to BTG Talking Business.